Okay, at Style Podcaster, we notice this banner appearing half a minute after we look at the website. And first thing that we did to identify where that malicious code sits is just going to GoDaddy to the account, which is Menstyle TV at this point, and just generally looking at File Manager if there are any files that are instantly visible as modified lately. So let me go there and go to the File Manager. Okay, let me open that. We also want to look at potential 777 permissions here. Okay, right there with access logs and www, that's okay. But whenever we go to public HTML where all the websites are, so any directory here, any folder which is 777 is bad because it's the open gate for any kinds of intrusions. So uh, I examined the Style Podcaster, just opened that and clicked last modified file, looked through all of that here and did find that there were some files modified. Then I went to another website on this account and find things like that. You see sessions. There's definitely something strange, but it's empty. There is nothing there. It meaning that one of the websites, if we find the same instance in many, like you see, libs, libraries. This folder does not belong to default WordPress installation. There is something strange here. So I'm opening that. It's also empty. Good. It's empty, meaning that there is no harm, but we need to delete it in any case. But what it instantly tells us, if there folder that are added to almost every website, and let me open even the empty website, not maybe this one, but physician career services. Yeah, you see like that. So it's a virus because nothing should be there if the folder is empty. It means that on some of the websites has is infected, and we need to find it and actually fix that. If we just delete all those files from here and we leave the infection, it will appear again and again and again. So we need not to only eliminate the consequences, but also find the real reason of that. And Style Podcaster was a good example because that was the only website that was producing that banner. So immediately I thought that that's actually the cause, the reason why all the other websites at the same account are infected as well. So what I did, I opened Style Podcaster. Well, first I deleted all suspicious instances from all of the accounts, like this. And then I opened Style Podcaster, and I also downloaded the fresh copy of the WordPress, unzipped that, and then I deleted the WP content folder. Why? Because we already have this WP content folder here. We don't need it. We don't need to bring it here. So I've just unzipped that, then deleted WP content folder and zipped it again into WordPress zip file. Then I uploaded this zip file to my website here. Again, I zipped it without WP content folder. So I uploaded this file here, and then I select everything except WP content and WP config, and I just deleted everything. Why we live in those files? Because there's a configuration file, and this is the file that contains all the themes, plugins, and uploads all the media. So let me click delete. So I deleted everything. Then I reload that. So the WordPress zip file appeared here. I just extract the files here into this file, into this folder. Reload that, and you see that I have a fresh installation of the WordPress. So I can delete this. Now, after that, I just double check my website, and that banner appeared again. So definitely that wasn't the case. So the next step that I did is I opened WP config file in edit and manually saw that there are no excessive codes here. Like there could be some numbers, so that should be really long page. So just manually look through, and it looks okay. So nothing in there that could look suspicious. Next step, I added the htaccess file, because you see in the default WordPress installation there is no htaccess file. We can do it by several ways. In my case, I just went to one of the websites, for example, RMRS1, that has that htaccess file, and I click that and click copy, and copied that to stylepodcaster.com. Click copy files. Of course, you can do it via FTP. So download htaccess file to your computer and then upload it back to desired website. So let me just double check stylepodcaster.com. Okay, htaccess file appeared here. I forgot to mention that we need to look at this htaccess file before as well. And let me click edit that. So original one, and please note, looks like that. It's really short. It doesn't have anything here. Nothing. If we have a security plugin installed, it will have lots of code here. But again, if you see something like that, that's definitely the sign of malicious code inserted. So looking like that. This is clean. Let me close that. Okay, we installed the fresh WordPress installation. We added the htaccess file, the clean one. We made sure that the htaccess file has the permission here 444. Okay, if it doesn't, we just want to right-click, click change permissions, and play with these numbers. Okay. So for htaccess file and also for WP config file, 444 is a good permission because we don't need to change that, and so we don't allow any other intrusions to modify those files. Next step that I did, WP content folder. I just compressed that and uploaded that zip file to my computer. Then I unzipped that. 1 second, please. Yeah, like that. I just unzipped it to my computer and ran antivirus. I did want to see if there are any viruses hiding in that folder, and nothing was found. Okay, then I started to look for potential. So I opened the Style Podcaster. Of course, there is no banner right now because it's already cleaned out. But I used Firebug. So whenever you click F12 or whatever keyboard shortcut you have this ability to select an element by highlighting any of the elements. Okay, for example this one, and I just copied all that code you see here highlighted in blue. So I just copied that copy outer HTML and place it into my notepad. Then in the Dreamweaver I opened the WP content folder that I downloaded below before and checked for viruses, and I open any of the files from that folder. What I want to do here is to copy div class or anything from this code, for example this URL or the name of the image, but in most cases div class, and I want to copy that over, and a Dreamweaver press Ctrl F, paste it into find field, and instead of current document I want to put folder and choose that WP content folder that I've downloaded from the web. I click select and I click find next. So in some of the files that will be found, I mean that div code, yeah, you see like here, and I will immediately know that some files contain this malicious code, or instead of that element there is a malicious code. But in my case nothing returned the result, so I didn't find div element inside my website. Okay, so that failed as well. So the next step was to go to phpMyAdmin and try to find some traces of that malicious infection inside the database. So I clicked phpMyAdmin. It opened. 1 second please, may take some time. Find the appropriate database. That's why I always ask you to name the databases appropriately so it will be easy to find. Yeah, so this one looks like Style Podcaster, right? So let me click that, and again I'm copying the div element here and put it into search field here, clicking at least one of the words and select all the tables, and I'm clicking go and finding all those elements. Okay, you see no matches found. So I tried to find that element. I did try to find the URL of this image. You see this banner is the image, so I was trying to find this image name from the code that we got from here, that Firebug. We established what that image URL is, so I was trying to find this image name here in the database, and it fails as well. So nothing actually helped to identify where it's hidden. And then maybe intuitively I went to the backend, and I've noticed that we have the theme installed, which was 2015, actually the old theme. So I thought, okay, let me try to activate a different theme and see if it has any effect. So I installed 2015-2017 and immediately that banner just gone. So it showed that the problem was inside WP content folder, themes, and 2015. So what does it tell us? And that will be your task here at Men's Style TV account, to go through each of the websites, and if we have any themes like 2015, 2016, just delete them, upload 2017 and install instead. Okay? And also, if we have 2015, 2016, 2017 at the same account, we want to get rid of old themes like 15 and 16 as well. Why? Because they are potentially vulnerable for all the intrusions. So that's one of the reasons why plugins and themes are being updated so often, because WordPress is most popular content management system and people constantly being trying to hack that. So it's a constant game. Uh, so I actually found that, replaced the theme, and it helped, and the infection, that banner, didn't appear anymore. But I asked myself why actually, what was modified? I wouldn't be able to find that modified file at all. That's chances are that's true, but I also thought that I could find anything. So I want to remember that we downloaded that WP content folder from our website, the one that we've been testing with the antivirus software at our computer, and nothing was found. So that was actually this step 2. After we reinstalled the WordPress, we downloaded the WP content folder and checked with antivirus. Nothing was found. So I opened that and went to themes, because obviously as soon as 2015 was the one that caused the problem, I wanted to double check that. Don't know what all does those what all those things mean here, but from my experience, I know that viruses could be found in very unexpected places. And one of them is CSS folder. As you know, CSS folder should not contain anything except CSS file. So I opened that and I immediately saw that there is a guy called the PHP script code 73. So I thought, what is that? Why it's there? And let me just double check that. And I went to antivirus website called virustotal.com and uploaded that file. You see, whenever we go to that website, we can check the URL of the website, or we can upload the file size, a file size up to 128 megabytes, and check it here. So I performed a check, and you see that 10 of 55 most popular antivirus software actually identify this as a Trojan. So PHP Trojan, backdoor, etc., etc. So in fact, that was infected, but the antivirus software that I have installed on my computer didn't recognize it. So that's again, there's something that I wanted to share with you, because the situation is unusual. I did believe in my antivirus, but it appeared that not all of the viruses could be found by only one software. So that's actually it, and yeah, please let me know if you have any questions so we could discuss it right here in this video, if you have any immediate questions. Okay. Yes, Nate.
Well, there's a lot to sink in, so I don't have any questions. I have to rewatch the video.
Yes, please rewatch that, and I will also put it on RMRS 1, and yeah, probably will illustrate that.